I'm coming to realise that Gemma is the queen of accents. But she does them so bad.
Welcome everyone, my name is S.
I'm James.
And I'm Jaisha.
And this is
Hotels.
How are we all doing, girls?
Amazing.
Amazing.
I'm coming to realise that
started.
Gemma is the queen of accents. But she does them so bad.
Oh.
Thank you.
She loved those compliments.
Gemma gets the awards for doing the most bad accents. I could do accents too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
I can do lots of accents.
Fake Jamaicans.
My Jamaican accent is so poor. Wagwan. Why I say, why you alright?
It reminds me of that film. Is it called Baby Mother? That old yeah. It reminds me of that.
Baby, more dabby, yeah, more daddy.
That's like a mismatch of like African, Jamaican,
It's crazy.
flipping Trinidadian. I don't know.
I watched it for the first time about
It's a terrible
2 months
movie.
ago. I was like, it's so bad that I couldn't stop watching it. I was like,
Oh, one of them ones. I've never seen it.
yeah, but you
Is
should
it
watch
terrible?
it. Yeah, it's
Yes. Back in the 90s.
20, 30 years old. Yeah, easily.
I'm going to be really honest. This is going to sound so racist, but back in the day, I did not watch black movies.
Racist.
I don't think
I mean, they weren't really a thing. It wasn't really a thing, was it?
I just didn't want to.
Do you want to see your people on the screen?
Basically, I didn't. I was just like, why am I watching black? It just felt very stereotypical.
I see them all the time. I do not need to see them on screen.
Yeah, I'm just like, no. And do you know what I think? Because most of the black movies were American, and I just couldn't relate to it.
Yeah.
I used to think, what are they talking about? This is
Well,
nonsense.
there was some British too. What are you talking about?
What
Baby
British
mother.
movie?
Baby mother.
That's not British though, is it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It's set in
British.
somewhere in South London.
No, South London, don't disrespect
No, Northwest.
that.
It's Northwest.
Yeah.
It's Northwest.
Harlesden,
Yeah,
to
Your
be
neck of the woods.
precise.
Yeah. I'm actually from Birmingham.
Oh, now you want to claim Birmingham?
Yeah.
No, you're from London, mate. You live here. You're one of us, mate. Don't try and go back to the Brom.
But she's not from Northwest.
Should I sell out?
From North.
What do you miss about Birmingham?
Nothing.
I thought you was going to say the cold weather.
That's what I thought.
She's like, no, savage. She's
always
like,
cold up there.
Nothing. Don't you have family there?
Yeah.
You don't miss them?
I mean,
I hope they're not watching this. You're a cunt.
I've been called that a few times.
Oh, no.
I actually feel really privileged when I get called a cunt. I'm like, am I? Thank you. I'm doing something right.
I've been called that a few times. It is what it is, right?
It is.
I can't change who I am.
Yeah, I like it. See you
So,
next
lady.
Tuesday, bitch.
You got to do what's best for you.
So, ladies, what are we discussing today?
Today we are discussing broke men.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
Did you
gosh.
hesitate?
Broke date. What was the actual term that we
Broke.
that we
Dating
saw?
broke. Dating
Dating
broke.
broke.
It was Jai. You saw was it you that saw
She posted something and I posted it in the group.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you
Wait,
stole it. You
was it
thief.
I posted something?
Yeah. You posted something about dating broke and then it had some next quotation after it.
Oh, yeah. It
About-
basically said,
What is dating broke?
I'm not impressed by money, but you need to have it.
Yeah. What is dating broke though? What does that mean?
I mean, I guess it's relative, right? Because someone for me who earns 400,000 a year, I might be like, nigga, please. That might be broke for me, right? I live a bougie lifestyle. But I guess for the most part, someone broke is maybe someone who's not working, who doesn't like have a 9 to 5, so they're taking you out on their JSA.
And then you can take you out. They take you to fucking Subway.
Yeah.
For 2
Lord.
weeks.
Greg's.
Are they even taking you out at all?
In it, if
Oh
you're
yeah,
lucky.
come chill
Yeah.
at my house. No, thank you.
I'm
On
making
the
a
day.
cheese
I'm a
toasted
teenager.
sandwich.
I am
On
not
the
And some
day
Ribena.
that money drops, right, they're taking you out first so the bills don't come out of it.
Every 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Have you ever dated a broke guy though?
I don't know if I'd call it broke. Maybe surviving.
Can you explain that, please?
Yeah,
What
please.
is surviving?
Maybe surviving.
That sounds like the bit just
That
just
don't even
below
sound like
broke.
Yeah.
about,
They
I
were
could just
surviving.
about afford my tap water.
Yeah.
Thames water ain't getting that from me.
I hope they're not watching.
That's why I turned my head.
No face, no case.
That's why I was like, shit.
Listen,
ain't
I
paid that
don't
for a
care.
minute.
I ain't with you, so that gives you a sign why I didn't stay in it.
I've dated someone who hasn't.
You can be broke, but you have good
Necessarily got
dick,
money.
and that's a really
No,
bad
no,
combination.
broke
That's
dick
not
is
broke
not
though, is
fun.
it?
Broke dick,
But
like,
that's not completely broke if you've got a good dick, no?
of course it
Because
is.
that's kind of gold, no?
No,
What is gold about free dick?
thank you,
Well, you get pleasure out of having sex.
You was gonna give it to me anyway.
thank you.
You got some guys who are broke who don't even want to have sex as well. I'll tell you that.
Because they're broke.
Yeah. They ain't
They
got
can't
I've got
Yeah,
other
just
issues to
wait.
worry about instead of trying to give you dick, trying to get this paper up.
Yeah, but then you got broke guys who will like ask every single female in their book for money, and that's how they have
Oh
money.
my God,
and that
please.
annoys me.
I was on a live the other day, and the live was basically a guy asking women to cash up them. He was just like, I just want to borrow £100.
But you know what? Girls do it all the time.
Yeah. And
That's not real.
I was on the live, like, watching it. He was
He's
like,
an actor.
I mean, he might have been, but the woman
Struggling
that he
actor.
was on the live
There you
with,
go. Want to get paid?
that's why I said survivor. You know, if you're dating people like actors,
Yeah.
DJs,
got
singers, they're surviving,
got
innit?
it, got it.
So they're not, they're not broke,
They're not,
maybe,
their
but
talent is their money. They're just
Exactly.
not being, but,
when you're young, though, that looks impressionable.
yeah.
Not when you're grown.
What if you've got your own money though? Does it matter if you date someone who's broke, who's got a really good personality and who's really good in bed?
If
'Cause you
no,
can keep
if
it.
you're not looking to build with them.
If I'm not having to worry about your brokenness, it's fine.
You've got some women
Don't
who
make us
actually
stress
want to
my
look after
stress.
men though. Like, they
Yeah,
don't
for
mind.
sure.
Yeah,
They don't
to a
mind.
certain
for sure.
extent.
That woman's not me, but
Exactly.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
I guess it
if
depends
it's
on what your
ambition
morals are.
is like
Yeah.
building, and their ambition outweighs their brokenness, like
Then,
because
yeah.
you know when you get in a broke mentality, sometimes you just sit back
Trying to stay
and just
there.
relax, and then you get in this funk. I don't want that. No, thank you. But
Kick my butt.
in my day and age, I don't want to rely on ambition anymore. It's not for me.
And I think it depends on where you are in your life. Like, as I said, when I was seeing someone who was surviving, I was younger. Like, so what you made didn't make a difference to me because I weren't really thinking about, oh, you have to pay for this or we have to go this. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're just dating. Now, as a big woman,
We know better.
I've got
I
bills to
know.
pay.
But isn't
I'm trying to
love
build.
more important?
No.
Love does not pay the bills.
Thank you. Love does not put food on the table. Love.
For my favorite movie,
What movie is that? The black
Sister
one.
Act 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that line.
Well, it was a love.
It's because she says singing. She says singing.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
Bobby
the
J.
mum.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mum to Lauren Hill.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, got it.
Okay. Yeah. Insert clip here.
I still kind of feel like I don't know. I mean, I don't think you should intentionally go out with someone who's broke, but I mean,
If it happens, it happens.
I don't know. I've been out with someone who doesn't make a lot of money. Yeah, that was annoying, actually.
And it's not about not making a lot of money. It's about what you do with your money.
Yeah, I think, actually, yeah.
And how you budget.
And what Gemma said as well, the mentality. Like, if someone has not got the best job or they are on their JSA, but they have all intentions of wanting to be better and they're wanting to build something or they're working towards something, then I can definitely appreciate that. I mean, maybe you shouldn't be dating
I don't think, do you know what?
until you get to that point.
I don't think you should date.
No,
I
yeah.
had this discussion one up. I don't think you should be dating if you don't have money to date, because clearly you're going to want to go out and you can't do things properly. You can't sort of give that person that experience if you are penny pinching.
Yep.
It takes the whole love out of your whole personality.
It does.
I don't want to have to carry my purse just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. No, I don't want to have to do that, and I don't want to have to. But do you know what it does? Obviously, when you're dating, do you feel like, kind of just little bit of a different subject, but if you go on like a few dates, is there at any point where you can start paying for things on the date?
I've only just.
Just like,
Do you know what? Okay, I went out on a date on Wednesday, right? But I told him to come out of his house, and I took him out.
Yeah.
So if I'm taking him
That's
out,
different.
I agree.
Though.
then
Yeah.
I'll pay.
yeah,
That's my
And he was
stance.
shell shocked.
Yeah.
Very shell shocked.
yeah.
But I'm used to be the.
I
I'm used
love
to
it.
being
I
the
like
one
doing
that's
that.
always paying for dinner.
It seems
My
like
birthday,
Jay.
I'm
Jay's
paying for
not
my
that
dinner.
person.
Yeah. Jai's like, brace yourself.
No, I agree with Gemma. If you invite me out, then I expect
You to pay.
you to pay.
Aye,
Now,
Jay,
that might sound entitled.
Have you ever paid for a date?
She's trying to scrape the question.
Exactly.
Look, you guys are outing me, right? I'm not. No one's gonna be asking me on a date anymore. No, maybe once we've got into like a more serious stage.
Yeah.
But not in the initial. Like, but that's because I'm very traditional, isn't it? Like,
Courting.
I expect that. I expect the guy to pay. Again, that might sound very entitled, but when I'm dating for the intention for it to be something serious.
Yeah.
And so if you at that first hurdle you can't.
Even pattern that.
Yeah, then-
it's a no for
Yeah,
me.
that's fair.
It is,
That's
yeah.
I agree. I think if you do go on a date with someone, I expect them to pay 100%. But I think, like you said, I like to kind of add to it as well. Even if, like, I don't know, we're going to the cinema and he pays for all the tickets and gets dinner, I'd
then
love
you
to
get the
buy the popcorn.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or or if we're getting a taxi, I'll get the Uber home or
Yes.
something. And
Yeah.
it's not even something that I think about. It's just something that I naturally I just want to do that because I like your company too.
Yeah.
And your time is your time, even though it's my time as well. But we're both taking time out of our day to spend with each other. So
I struggled with that mindset though. Like, let it pay for something. Like on a date. I did struggle with that mindset.
that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
How
it
does
when
that
a guy
make you
says,
feel?
no.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of feel like, oh, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I struggle with the
but
mindset. I struggle. Even when women say, "Oh, you open my door," I never. Well, who you be taking you out?
I
bruv?
love that
I'm
shit.
still
I love
trying
that
to. I'm
shit.
still trying to find someone who is gonna open my door.
What?
Oh wow!
They're happy to pay for the meal.
They don't open
but-
doors?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't
Lady
been on a
love
date
that
for
shit.
I love that
ages where
shit.
someone's opened a door.
Really?
Nah.
Oh.
That's interesting. Maybe
Damn.
you might have to sort of tell them.
Yeah, or just stand there.
Open my door.
But it's not something.
Don't get out the car like you're the
just
queen.
sit, yeah, just sit there.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
No,
Open the door.
But to be fair, if every woman did it to me, I'm not opening the door, bruv.
I guess it comes back to that
It
entitled
comes out,
thing, innit? Like,
yeah, exactly. So I need to do it because I want to do it,
Yeah.
not because I
It's
have to
installed
do
in
it.
you, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's
what? What are you
installed
trying
in
to
you.
say? Especially the first date.
But then that's a bit silly as well, though.
How?
Because it's kind of like if you can do something so little to make someone smile or to make someone happy.
Not the
why
fucking
can you
first
not
date.
Why can you not get out of your fucking
Okay, look
ego?
at-
Why can you not get out of your ego and just open
First
the
of
door?
all, look at Jay's body language. What are you trying to say, man?
That she deserves for her door to be open. She's a woman.
I am not denying that, but that action alone, I would not open the door for you. Matter of fact, I'll get in the car, take you home.
I mean,
I'm already sitting in the car, waiting for you to open the door.
I
I'll take
don't
you back
mind.
home.
I don't mind the
I'll
car
open the door,
door not
jump
being
out.
open for me. I struggle to get in and out of it anyway. So
You what? Why you have to be with Joe?
But yeah, definitely like a restaurant door. Yeah, they usually lead, isn't it? So the door's already open. I enter.
And I guess I'll clarify with that. I haven't
Yes.
had my car door opened. Like the actual door to go into somewhere is different. That's happens often. But I
So
haven't had
whoever
the car
listening,
door.
if you take Jay's out, make sure you take some notes.
Do you know what? I actually got told off once by my boyfriend because I
your
wanted him
ex-boyfriend.
I wanted him to hold the bags. Is that wrong? If we went shopping, why should you not carry the bags? Why do I need to carry the bags?
Oh, for sure.
Oh gosh,
I-
it depends on
bags.
whose bags it is.
Nah, I don't know.
Well, if they're heavy bags,
Yeah,
regardless
I
of what
agree.
bags they are, you should definitely be taking the majority of those bags.
Yeah,
No?
100%, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to say, like, what's
But
the
that's what I'm
problem?
saying. Like, a woman should not have to tell a man that. And men really should know those things.
Some
I know,
men
but
don't.
maybe it's a bit of trauma from their childhood.
But it is.
They have to
It-
carry
it-
that
Get some
shopping bag,
fucking counselling then, bitch.
No, but it can be. That's
Come healed.
to be serious.
dragging their foot on the floor with their dry.
So that's you just said
Yeah.
something as well that
Yeah.
I've been thinking about. Like I'm seeing a lot of memes on social media where it's saying "come healed," and I used to be for that idea, but at what point are you fully healed?
But you never
You're
fully
never
healed.
fully
Healing,
healed.
healing is a continuous journey that you
It's an
never
everyday
stop going
thing.
until
But
the
come
day you
healed
die.
from the previous, the recent
Yeah,
thing.
or come healed. Like, you don't have to be completely healed, but make sure your
Not bringing
faculties
that
are okay
trash
and you're not
into
bringing
that.
your bullshit, your past into your present.
That's a
To
big
the
one.
point where it's going to damage your future
Yes.
relationships.
Yes, that's a
Amen
big
to
one.
that.
Yeah.
What if you
Yes, ma'am.
meet a good guy and they haven't realized that they need to be healed and you see it, but they just haven't had that self-awareness
They
yet
run.
to
I'm not
see
your
that
fixer,
they
I'm not
need
your
to be.
counsellor.
They're
Please go
run.
and sort that out.
But you can signpost. Sorry, I keep saying this word, but you can signpost, and you can, if you really like the person, I feel like you can definitely try and
It's
invite
not
that
always
conversation.
it's not always gonna work. But the reason why I say it's not always gonna work, if someone even have not even seen, then or realize they need to be healed, bruv, whatever you're gonna do, it's not gonna work. Matter of fact, it's gonna be trouble for your relationship because you'll be the one keep highlighting it. Then they'll keep getting offended. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think there's a way to sort of
Yes.
let that person know. Hear me out. There's
Of
a way.
course.
There's a way to let that person know, because it doesn't have to be so in your face. It can be very subtle, and you have to just, like, everyone's different. It has to be very person centered to that person.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it, but if you're in a relationship and you value that relationship and you can see past that trauma or whatever that person has been through, then I do think it's definitely a conversation. And not just that, but even as human beings, like, we are here to help each other, whether we are with each other or not. So I'm not saying I'm going to be your therapist, but I'm saying,
You'll do whatever you
There is
can.
I will support them into doing that if that's what they want to do. If you don't want to do that, bye-bye.
Do you know the same thing? You know the same thing you say
scaring
if
me
you don't
with
have
that.
money today.
I'm not even gonna lie.
But you know the same thing you say if you do not have money today, don't date. That's the same thing. You can't go even as far of healing. So if you're not in a place of even having that conversation, most people who have not healed, they can't even have a conversation. They'll take anything, even if you're being so polite, they'll take it still as offensive.
Yeah, but then they need to go then.
I think I'm on the border with that
Yeah.
because with the two examples that you use, money is very tangible, isn't it? Like, so it's easy to say if someone doesn't have it, then they shouldn't date. Whereas healing's a very personal thing, and so if they don't have that full self-awareness on even where to start with it, or how to go about it, or how to even talk about it, to say that one shouldn't date or shouldn't be looking for someone, I feel like is a little bit unfair, because
Absolutely.
what if the person hasn't come to that realization?
No, absolutely.
Do you get what I mean?
It's not even realization because I'm in the creative mode. World. I see a lot of my friends who in that world, they don't value money like that the way some of us do. They rather be at home, create, they have a good job to get money. To understand, some people is not really their forefront of the dream. What women say, I need money right now. To understand, they're rather doing cleaning and come back create. Because it's not really mentally, they're not challenged enough. They don't
100%.
want that.
Yeah. I totally get that, because I'm kind of in that sort of space myself where I'm just working to pay for my stuff that I need.
There you go.
It's not necessarily something that I'm passionate about, because obviously I have my passion is where I do create. But I totally get it. But I still do think that everyone deserves love and happiness.
100%.
And even if you can't be there in a relationship with them to do that, you can still try to support them if they're worth it.
Yeah.
But then therefore that's not fair, because if they're worth it, who are you to decide
and if you're not
worth
going to
it?
damage yourself in the process.
I mean, when you say if they're worth it, in terms of if they're worth it for you, like, is it worth going the extra mile with that person? So if you see some worth in the relationship then you have, then it's worth it.
No, it is worth it, because even, like, say for instance, it depends how strong a person you are. We're all built for different things, right? And I'll give you an example. I was dating someone once, and they drink more than I drink, and I realised that it triggered me because my dad used to drink.
Okay.
But then I had to look at myself because that really wasn't their problem. They didn't have a drinking problem, but they just it felt abnormal to me because I hardly drink. So it all comes down to the person, isn't it? And reflection and so on and so forth.
100%.
But as a
Very serious there
Libra,
now, aren't we?
you know, as a Libra, yeah, we always have something to fix, or we're gonna try and fix someone. So like, don't fall into that trauma.
No,
It's not a great place to be.
I don't fix anymore. I just support.
Anymore. The keyword anymore.
Yeah,
A lot of people, even men, like we tend to try to fix someone. Like it's necessary. Some of us are because we're running from our own shit. So therefore, let me fix you. I don't need to see my shit. Do you understand? Like that's a bad habit.
Yeah.
You said men be trying to fix. I ain't met no men who's trying.
Trust me, I see men.
Which men are these fixing people?
I mean,
I think they fix more in a logical kind of way. I wouldn't say in an emotional way. I feel like with my partner, he's like, oh, you know, what do you want to do with this when it comes to work and stuff like that? He's more, let's go and put some money into this. Let's go and put some money into that. In that way, he works towards the relationship. But from an emotional point of view, that's where I sort of come in and highlight and bring that to fruition and to life.
I guess we do try and fix, but we're just fixing it different
way.
Different ways. Yeah.
So is it? Would it be wrong for me to say then that men and women, because I'm seeing this a lot, men and women have their parts to play?
100%.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm with this whole women can do everything that men can do.
Oh no, I'm not on that at all.
I'm not about it. I completely believe that we have
separate roles.
We have our parts to play.
We do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Right, I'm happy to be that.
No, but 100%.
I don't want to be the bodybuilder.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't.
But sometimes
I'm like Johnny Bravo. No, thank you.
Sometimes it is kind of difficult. I don't know about you, Jen, but I found because I was on my own with my children. I was a single parent for so long. I was so used to doing the male side of things as well that when I did actually meet a man, I had to sort of recreate or rebirth my feminine side.
Yeah.
Because it had gone, I'd lost it. Mm-hmm. It was there, there was a glimmer of it, but I was just like, no, we do it this way, we do it that. Like, it was crazy and it was exhausting.
It's so crazy though, because this week I was working with a client who's actually talked to me as if I'm talking to a man. So we had this meeting. I wasn't happy. I let the person know that I'm not happy. So obviously 10 minutes later, a friend called me, or the person who was in the meeting as well. I do apologize because she has been single for so long. So she thinks like she can just talk to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she lost that feminine side of thing as well because she has been by her own for so long.
You lose it because you're not using it. You're in complete survival mode all the time, and I've got to do this, and you're doing everything, and you're having to make all the decisions, and everything lays on you. So it's you do lose it. I mean, I think the majority of women will lose it. Otherwise, it's just going to be.
Gemma put up a meme that was similar to that the other day. I said clapping hands. I was like, yes. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines, isn't it?
Do men like women with masculine energy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of the men said no. However, you're dating single mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You must like some form of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, like what you said, it's hard to find a balance. It's like, for me, I grew up, so my mum was a single parent. And so in that, I was always taught to be independent and be strong and you don't need no man to do, or whatever the case may be. And then as I got older, I realised,
that narrative doesn't work for you.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And so even now being a single mother, I still try and have that balance where I'm trying to keep up my feminine energy so that it isn't lost. So I guess I'm always conscious of it so that I'm not losing it.
Yeah.
And I do that in forms of even I have a lot of male friends, doing it even through them. Like, it doesn't even have to be in a relationship form.
Yeah.
Just in the relationships or friendships that I have with my male friends, showing it there.
Yeah.
It's funny
Because I'm not in a relationship yet.
It's funny because men never grew up like that. So we always think, we had to be a man. Now I have daughters. Now I had to think, okay, I need my feminine side as well, just to cater my daughter. Because I can't tell my daughter, like, get up, be a man, or be, to understand. So you have to really
What are you crying
adjust.
for? Stop crying.
Yeah, you have to adjust because
Yeah.
they're very emotional. You have to understand. Men have to find a way to communicate those things. Even the relationship,
Yeah.
I mess up my relationship because I always have the men energy like, what are you crying for?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, are you okay? Do you want to talk about
Yeah.
it? Do you understand? It's
See,
like,
I try to do stuff like that. I try to be like the emotional support, and my kids are just like, "You'll find out when you'll find out."
Yeah, it's
What?
because the kids, they don't
they're
get
kids,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Timing's so important, isn't it?
What I realize as well is that I guess when our kids are growing up, which I think is really important to do now, is showing them, for our female children, what feminine energy is. What I realize is we kind of tell them to do it. So when we're younger, we're playing with dolls, or them showing us, making us aspire to marriage, or whatever the case may be. But the conversations aren't being had where we're sitting down with young women and saying, this is what being in your feminine energy looks like.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I think maybe those conversations are what need to be had, so that if you have young people that are single mothers or are falling into that trap, that they still know how to keep that balance.
Yeah.
I don't think enough conversations are being had in how to stay in your feminine energy.
But also, I feel like as women, and as even being a young person, you can kind of, it's innate. It's the exterior things that happen to us throughout life that kind of makes us harder. Do you know what I mean? So it's always there.
100%.
So it's not just about telling them, it's about letting them make those decisions and make those sort of mistakes where they can kind of find themselves again. And not all children go through stuff, but I think it's very important to have that conversation where you're actually asking them, what does it look like for you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's really important, though. That's a very good point.
Getting their point of
we
view.
always put our ideologies onto our kids
do.
of how we think and how we feel, but we don't ask them enough, well, how does that feel for you? Or, what does that mean to you? Or, do you know what I mean?
To be fair, I started doing that with my son because he keeps his emotions in, whereas my daughter's very outward, very up in your face. But my son, he will like shy away. So I try and have those types of conversations with him, where he will open up and tell me what's going on, and if he's not happy, let me know.
Yeah.
How can we resolve this?
Yeah.
But he'll still say, "I'm fine." I'm fine.
That's what they do, boys.
I think it's as a child as well. It's having the feelings but not being able to articulate it.
Yeah.
And so even in staying in that feminine energy for children, I'm like, okay, we've been shown, okay, maybe feminine energy looks like as a girl, you do the cooking, or especially like in black households or certain cultures, you do the cooking and you do the washing and you look after home. Now, feminine energy to them looks like a role.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. And it's being able to differentiate the two. Okay, yes, you might do these things as a woman, but that's not what makes you a woman.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Feminine energy is being a nurturer. It's being a lover. It's being soft. It's being. Do you get what I mean?
And men have it as well. Men have feminine energy as well. So there's that it can be explored and even understood in that.
They
respect
can
as
be
well,
lovers. They can be
because
delicate.
Men seem to have a problem with even
Associating
recognizing,
even.
you do.
Yeah,
have
we
a
do.
feminine
We do.
know.
Even on that note, but if we want to take a further what you just said, if both parents can also like talk about, okay, see the way you spoke to her like that, she felt, because my daughter was going through something in school this week or last week, but the past month anyway. So she had a problem with one of her friend, but I'm telling you, okay, if you feel that friend's bullying you, or you don't feel like to comment, like you don't feel safe around them anymore, cut them. That's what I said. But But
Proper man.
let's not forget as well.
She's in the same class.
She's
with
the
him.
same class. Two of her best friends, they hang
Friends
out.
with them,
Do you
yeah.
understand?
That's a big cut.
So, do you understand? Then
a massive deal.
her mom came back to me. Do you know she didn't want to go to school today? But she still went back. She took time to get in school. She
She was anxious
for her, she
about
was
that.
confused and she's like, maybe you should understand they're in the same school and think like I go to okay, cool. But she should have also let me know how she felt about that.
Yeah.
But she only flipping 7. So
But she did to the mum.
But no, yeah, I guess she saw the emotional side of things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But then I had to realize. Then I spoke to her. Listen, baby, how do you feel about it? Like you told me.
Yeah, you invited
How
her.
do you feel about it? And then if you don't have to decide. Do you understand? If you feel that's affecting you, but in my opinion, you can't chill with someone who kind of bullying you, if you may call it that. Do you understand?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So it's all about understanding, isn't it? It took her mom to come and talk to me about it, then me having an understanding about how she felt.
Yeah, that's a co-parenting thing. So with my kids' dad, I'm always like, we've got to be on the same page. Like the way how we parent has to be the same in like our morals, our rules, and how like the discipline's got to be the same and all the repercussions of that. But like if I say something and then he says something totally opposite to me, my kids are gonna be confused.
Yes.
And I don't want them running around being confused.
Yeah.
So if my son talks to his dad will still relay the message to me and let me know this is going on, this is what he's expressed to me. So the co-parenting thing comes into it as well.
It's important.
Just touching on something that you said, we have to be on the same page. I guess as men and women, I don't know whether we're going to be on the same page because we just innately think differently.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's important that children, they understand that there's the position of the mum and the dad, and we might not be on the same page, but we're giving you the same message.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah,
We're a
yeah.
team.
No, but
So
we
it's just
can-
exactly what Jax was saying. He said, deal with it this way, and her mum said, deal with it this way. Now, both of them are going to probably get to the same
Solution.
destination.
Yeah.
But you've come from a logical standpoint and you've come from an emotional standpoint, and so it's now picking, okay, well, which one is the best way to go?
I think it's
for
always
this
compromise,
situation?
innit? I think it's always compromise. And also, one thing I learned is always put a child first.
Yeah. Just
No
about to
matter
say
what
that.
my thing is or what not, I want to understand how she feel about it.
Yeah.
No,
I also
definitely.
need to listen to what she's saying.
That's paramount.
And do I understand? I think that compromise comes in listening. Doesn't mean because you're a parent, you're always right. You know what I mean?
True.
So listening to your children is an important thing. And listen to your partner or even your ex, because she's still, co-parenting.
Yeah.
Listen to that also, voice of wisdom is always important.
But you know what? Children will always tell you the truth,
They
Oh,
don't,
100%.
they don't play.
Let's get to our meme of the day.
All right.
So I found this meme on Instagram from Seduction Prince, and he said, ladies, be honest. You've been talking to a guy for 3 months and decide to meet up mutually, but he offers you 2 different options. Option 1 is to take you out to a food place that you both like and enjoy, or option 2 is you come over to his place and cook you your favourite food. Jai, what option are you choosing and why?
I think for the fact that we've been speaking for 3 months, I would go to his house.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I don't give that advice. Like, I've had a friend before and she's like, oh, I'm going on a date and he's invited me to his house. If it's the first date and depending on how long you've been talking, you should absolutely not go to their house. Like, because you don't know what can happen once you're in their environment. Whereas if you're in a public place, it's cool. But if I've been speaking to someone for 3 months, I'm definitely going to his house. No, you know what that means.
Jem. Yeah, I know what it means, Jem. How you doing?
I'm a homebody naturally.
I thought he was going to say you're a hoe then, and you said homebody. I was like, Jem, what are you going to say now? Sorry,
What's
Jem.
next?
Sorry, Jem, go on. Hotels, carry on.
I'm a homebody naturally, but I do like to go out, so I'd say I'd go out.
You go out.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like the whole sitting across the table from each other at dinner, looking lovely in the eyes, sipping over the champagne glass, and having a great conversation outside of that comfortability that I'm used to.
Yeah.
getting dressed up, doing my hair, all of that.
Can I add that we add a little context to that? Because if I've been talking to you for 3 months and we ain't done nothing yet, like we ain't been out nowhere, 3 months.
That's what I'm thinking. But maybe he's abroad. Who knows?
Well,
Nah.
I mean, for me, I'd be like. So I have this theory in my head that I kind of live by, and I'm not going to your house unless I want to fuck.
agreed.
Because if you go to someone's house, I just kind of feel like
It's an invitation for that.
It's an invitation, and it's a comfortable place where shit can happen in it.
Things getting done.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
shit getting
So
done.
I would naturally want to go out to a restaurant first, but depending on how those 3 months.
But can you do both?
Give me a chance, Jax.
Just
Can
say
I
it.
land?
You taking the time to land your
Can I finish, please? No, so if God, you just made me lose my whole thing. So if I've been speaking to them and I felt really comfortable with them, then I may go to their house, but maybe after the dinner.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
As
that's
she strokes her hair.
that's what I'm saying, like, add context. Because if I've been speaking to you for 3 months, I must like you enough to want to still be talking to you for that long and we haven't been out. Or
So what's the limit of time that you talk to people, like, to talk to a guy, to realize?
If I've been talking to you within the first 2 weeks, we need to be doing something. Let me clarify. I don't
Going out.
As like,
an activity, like a date or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Within the first 2 weeks, we should be, whether that's something small, like a coffee or lunch or something like that. Yeah. But 3 months, I should be dropping drawers. Like, I've been talking to you for 3 months.
No,
I should be
definitely.
dropping drawers by now. Like, that's why I'm coming to your
I
house.
think as well, if you take me out for dinner and then we go back to us, then you can cook me breakfast in the morning, innit?
You can have a nightcap.
That's it.
So she's trying to get 2 for 1.
Come on, I love breakfast is my meal, innit?
She's greedy, bro. Let's
That's
just say
right.
that.
You can make me breakfast in the morning, then we can see your cooking skills as well. How about that?
Yeah. So
After
she went
3
on
months.
a dinner date. She got
dick
back
down.
to the house, dick down, and then got breakfast.
Imagine if you got to the house and the sex was shit though after that 3 months.
I would be so
But
upset.
I wasted all this help
That's
for
why you
this.
gotta go for dinner first.
I'll be asking, what that mouth do though?
I'd be so upset.
But I know I wouldn't be able to live with that. Shit sex, no, thank you. Out the window.
Yeah, what I don't know what if
He
he
might
just,
be a really.
or
What if
if
the
he was
conversation's been
excited, he
so
just bust
great?
so quick.
Do you know
That would
what? Happen.
You'd have to get me with my mind though, because I'm a more
Jeremiah, that's a lie. You know how many statement you said, if your sex is shell walking out?
yeah no.
So you can't just... You can't,
No,
you-
but I think what she means as in, like, sex is usually
It
better.
doesn't start with the dick
Yeah.
and the pussy. It doesn't
If-
start like
I
that.
got to
think
your
I know
mind.
that. I'm in my 30s. I think I know that. But
Yeah, it starts with head, innit, Jack? It definitely don't start with the dick and the pussy. It starts with head.
you know what?
For me, it's not about sex, it's about intimacy.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if you don't
definitely.
have me from intimacy, then it's definitely a no.
But you've been
But
getting
they
into it on
must
the phone
have.
for
You've
3
been
fucking
speaking
months,
for
bro.
3 months.
Fucking hell.
Babe, that is 12 weeks. I'm like,
But I usually have a little touch and a feel as well. So if it don't grow, it's a no.
There she is.
hotels.
If it don't grow, so I'm going to use that one.
That's a statement.
And that's in your relationship as well. It's a no. If it's not growing, then it's a no-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever thought if a man's dicks are coming hard, is it not your fault? Or it could be that man's mind is not even the dick because it's head. No?
Wait, say that again.
Okay, I spoke fast, I know.
I was trying to catch
Slow
you too.
down.
Let me slow down.
Slow down.
So, lots of men, I find out women, not from my experience, other men's and other women
Said
as
on
well.
behalf of a friend.
Yeah.
My friend said,
Tony.
Tony said, Tony told me.
So, this girl was blaming herself because the guy couldn't get hard.
Okay.
Blaming herself.
He's got some sort of erectile dysfunction.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's not
And
her fault.
I ain't got time for that
Baby girl,
either.
that's you.
No, but as a
What
woman,
them have to know?
This is the girl who doesn't like to have head. don't understand this,
I
Jen.
don't, but
What the hell?
Undercover.
As a woman, I would feel not offended, but I would feel a kind of way.
Some type of way.
Yeah, if he
But
wasn't
Jay,
getting
sometimes
hard.
like me, when it's too cold, I don't get that, bro. It's cold.
cold.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, there's
cold.
sugar on your body.
Cold.
Educate us, please.
Listen, cold mess men up.
Where's the heating
Man.
in your house?
No,
You
they
having
could
sex
be in the
outside?
car.
Do you mean
No. I have sex
No,
in the car all the time.
As in cold, warm?
Like cold
Cold
outside,
outside.
or even now it's cold,
It's
right?
because we're
I
from
can't,
a hot country. That's
I
why.
can't have a sex in this cold. I just can't.
Really?
No.
Oh, poor you.
But you get warm.
Exactly.
You get warm with the pushing and
To
the
be
pushing,
fair,
innit?
occasionally there are people who actually turn me on like that.
Does that
So
mean you
what
couldn't
if-
have sex outside?
Huh?
You couldn't have sex outside.
If it's not my woman right now, no, I couldn't. Because some past experiences, no, I couldn't.
Oh.
If it's cold, the winter, I'd be fucked.
Well, you wouldn't be fucked, would you?
He's only having sex in the summer months. He's hibernating for the rest of the year.
Hey, man, summer's money.
When are your babies born?
But it's also, but to say that as well, this girl I'm with now, it's totally different experience.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So was it me? Was the girl? Was the weather? Who knows?
Was it me? Was it It wasn't me, it was the weather. That's a new one.
Didn't you post something the other day about having someone with erectile dysfunction not being able to get, like, if you're with someone and the girl can't get it up?
Oh yeah, I
What
saw
meme was
something
that?
like that.
I don't remember.
No, but I saw.
In your archive.
I'd be deleting that shit. Apple don't pay for storage, you know that, innit?
That's why I don't have an Apple phone. I have an Android.
Motherfuckers. I need to
Yeah.
get Androids for real.
Guys, let's bleep this out. They are not sponsoring us.
Yeah, that's right, bitches. I prefer a banana.
I would be offended if I was with a guy and they told me to do all the work and I'm still trying to get it up. Like, what's wrong with you?
No, it's time calling my
sitting
cab, man.
here
I gotta
next
go
to you
home.
should
I'm
be
offended
enough.
too.
Me touching up your
I'm doing all this, you know,
enough.
what?
No, it's true.
Oh,
That's true.
that is a great point, Jax.
Yeah.
Men need to understand, right? You need to put some work in order to get women wet. Do not think just standing there and dropping your drawers
I know, right?
makes me wet. Like,
Ridiculous.
It starts with hair.
Like, do you know what?
No, but I can agree and
depends on the
disagree.
man.
though.
I'm not gonna
I agree
lie.
and
Who you're
disagree.
attracted to?
I'm not gonna lie. My guy at the moment. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the ocean.
But this is what I'm saying.
Just visualizing him naked right now. It's
This
just
is
like-
does it for you?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
it's still in your mind though. It's an imagery in
This
your
is
mind.
why I disagree with Joy. I disagree and agree with that.
Okay. So if for some, I guess the looks of it could be enough.
Oh, 100%.
And then
Oh,
for
the
some-
previous what we did last time could be enough just to
Just thinking about it. No.
Or
okay,
even
I
just
get it.
like, I don't know, like, actually, I think it's my mind. Actually, I think even just looking at like,
Your imagination.
yeah, like I remember. I think he was just like standing there and he just said something, and I was just like, "Oh, go on."
Oh, I love it when they say.
He was so confused. I was like,
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Does conversation turn you on? Example, out of nowhere, out the blue, you're not even talking about sex. You're not even thinking about sex. Just loving that person, and that moment that you get turned on, then you just start having sex with them.
yeah, just looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, Josh.
But I still think that's my imagination. I still think.
Gosh, she's
Guys,
such a
like-
fucking Scorpio.
Like, no,
Nah, I need more. I need
no,
more.
that doesn't do the sting in my tail.
Damn.
I guess maybe I'm hard work.
I think it's. Do you know what? I think it's more to do with having a really sort of active imagination. Because
Yes.
my imagination is.
Yeah, but
off
she's a
the-
freak anyway.
off
Josh.
the- Yeah, but I'm
Why are
talking
you
about.
out here telling my business?
Isn't it? Like,
But we already know this after last episode.
Just because I like to have my ass eaten doesn't make me a
Imagination.
freak.
okay. Can we do a poll on that, please? Please do comment below about that. Like, if you want your ass licked, are are you a freak? Can we just
I think we
comment
should.
down below,
That's it.
please? I need to work this one out. What the fuck?
You say potato, I say potato.
Oh Lord.
Okay, she gonna try to get smart now.
It's getting a bit technical now.
Nah.
I don't think that makes you a freak.
I don't think so.
Well, so what's
What's
What
freaking?
constitutes as a
what is-
freak?
Yeah,
I think if-
BDSM. Let's go into that list.
I ask this question all the time because I realize men, that's the first question they ask. And like, are you a freak? And I'll be like,
What kind of men are you meeting,
Do you
though?
know what I tell people?
I want a
I like
lady in the
to.
street, but a freak in the bed.
I tell people I like to lay on my back.
Do you know what? I'm the same. I'm just like, I'm lazy. I don't do anything. Still want to go? Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah, of course they do. Because they know you're lying.
I feel like giving up too much, which is now is irrelevant because I'm on a podcast telling it all. But
Laying it bare, stripping it, getting your ass licked.
Don't be the female this
She ain't gonna tell you nothing else.
I'm going to get my ass licked as well. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you've
end of
converted that.
2023,
Yeah,
right?
I'll be doing
I
that.
vibe with
That's
you.
on my bucket list now.
When it
Get my
happens,
ass
I
licked.
need you to call me and be like,
I will be
Jayisha
straight
is-
after. I'll be like, 1 sec, I gotta call Jai. Hold it right there. You don't need to move. 079. Yeah.
Well, wait, what will you do with your face?
I don't care about my face. My face is my face. You better just watch it, bitch.
Better take a picture of it.
Okay, wait. Can I just ask? Go back to the arse licking thing. What position was you in?
every position.
Was you turkey based, dog down?
I mean, I switch it up.
Ooh,
Switch it up.
she was rotating.
Rotisserie.
That meme.
Everywhere.
Oh, we saw
But-
a meme, didn't we?
We
But
did.
you lost it.
I did. Damn.
There was a meme of
A lady on a pole.
Yeah.
a very voluptuous lady.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
And she was pole dancing. Hats off to her.
How's she
that.
managing to
The
hold her
confidence
head on
in
the
that.
pole, boy? Wait.
Listen,
confidence.
she
even
swung
hold myself
herself
up.
around and everything. It was like, wow.
So
how
while
did you
going
do
for
that?
these slim things, right? Who can't get themselves up?
I mean, I can't.
I think it's mind over matter. That's what I think.
Definitely.
I think we think
Definitely.
about it too much. But then anyway, then the meme turned into a chicken rotisserie.
Each other so cruel.
It is. It really is.
And I thought, no, man, what are you talking about? Give her props for that, man,
Yeah,
because I know I
definitely.
can't do that. I could probably do it with a bit of practice. Anyone out there who wants to give me some pole dancing lessons for free,
I'm
And
into that.
me. Yeah, I'm
all
about
three
that.
of us will come and do a class. Please do get
Yeah.
us.
I'm about that.
I want to be doing that pole dance.
So do you think it's wrong then if a guy asks you that question, like, are you a freak? I feel like, maybe because I like talking about sex, I don't find it offensive.
I don't find it- I don't find it
offensive.
I think
find
I
it
think it
offensive.
depends
Says the
how
guy.
long
I'm
I've
just
known
trying
the
to get to
person.
know you
Okay.
sexually.
Yeah.
If they just randomly asked me that and that was like the only thing on their mind and I could see that as all they cared
Yeah.
about, then don't ask
Yeah.
me no questions, yeah, because I'm not going to be freaking for you anyway, motherfucker.
It's never, as in, it's just, damn.
Get the freak out of it.
That
How
was
about
too harsh. Says the guy.
I mean, I always say it's relative because what I might find is freaky,
yeah.
you might
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah, what's your
What's that?
vanilla?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
definitely. Guys,
Touch
I am
her knee.
Esther,
I'm Jaisha.
I'm James.
and this is
Hotels.
Hotels.